This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Officials from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton give an update on the pandemic for the community, and we talk with a man who's originally from our area who now teaches in China about life after quarantine. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for a new week of local information from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. I'm Ken Kara, and let's get started. There were under 1,000 new cases of COVID-19 reported in Pennsylvania on Monday. 3 more deaths were reported in our 3-county area. Governor Tom Wolf held a press conference today to announce Pennsylvania is looking to cautiously open more businesses and lift the stay-at-home order on May 8th. He says this doesn't mean business as usual. There will need to be precautions to prevent a surge of COVID-19 cases. Wolf also says opening the state up will not happen all at once. It will be regional and based on data. Meanwhile, Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton says COVID-19 cases there peaked around last week with around 30 patients. Now the numbers have leveled off for about a week with 20 to 25 patients at the hospital. The important question now, according to hospital president John Fletcher, is what's next. Will the numbers go back up or start to decrease thanks to social distancing and people staying at home?
We've had a total of somewhere between 80 and 90 total patients admitted to the hospital with COVID-19 disease. And obviously, with having 22 left in the building, we've discharged probably about 70 patients or so. We have had numerous people on mechanical ventilators. I'm happy to say that we have extubated 3 people. Extubated means to take somebody off of a ventilator.
I asked the LVH Hazleton officials to give us a sense of how hard the staff is working there and if they're inspired by their response to the pandemic.
It's not easy. It's emotionally, physically, mentally exhausting, but having the support around you, including our colleagues in Allentown that Dr. Valent mentioned, it's been invaluable. And there are so many positive things that come out of working with a group that you go home feeling like you have accomplished something. We'll also say, speaking with the families on a regular basis of our critically ill patients, they're incredibly grateful, and that type of those interactions don't go unnoticed.
Yeah, I'd like to add, I think it's been from day one, when this was more an outpatient testing effort, that it's been all hands on deck. Doctors, nurses, people are very quick to volunteer to do shifts, including weekend shifts that go above and beyond their normal work. Nurses at our testing sites have been the ones administering the nasopharyngeal swabs, so potentially risking their own health to get all this testing done. And it's been really just a great effort, all hands on deck right from the start.
In the ICU, I saw a few of the nurses in a patient's room, and I turned around and smiled, and they gave me the thumbs up. And so I think it's just a team effort that we are connected together, and they're doing just an outstanding job.
You can see more from that press conference on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page. Thomas ONeill is a native of Shenandoah living through the COVID-19 pandemic in China. He teaches English as a second language there and also cultural diversity. ONeill spoke with our Janine Lassant about what life is like where he lives on the east coast of China, not far from Shanghai.
China is several weeks ahead of us when we're looking at this pandemic. Where are you guys now with the pandemic? You're back to school?
Well, actually, China is about maybe 6 weeks, about 6 weeks ahead of the United States. China right now is worried that they're going to have another outbreak because everything is becoming more relaxed. So we still have to wear face masks outside when we go out, and we have to have our temperature taken twice a day at school. But for the average person, when they go into a store to buy something, or if they go into a public place, they have to have their temperature taken to make sure they don't have a fever. They have to practice social distancing. Still, like at school, we have to practice social distancing at school. It's kind of awkward when you're a teacher. you know, having to, like when we go into the cafeteria, we can't sit with other people. We have to sit by ourselves and eat. And we have to wear a mask in the classroom. Students have to wear masks. So it's, to me, it's awkward. It's kind of uncomfortable, but
So
I
you
understand
are
why
back
they're
to
doing it.
usual with the way life was before COVID-19. You're not there yet. You're still, you think life will get back to normal, or will there be a new normal?
They're looking at September
Okay.
before everything is back to normal. See, there's going to be a second wave in the southern hemisphere. They're going into their winter months right now. They're moving into winter, so the coronavirus pandemic is going to spike in countries like Australia. Right now, they have canceled all entry visas from foreign nationals to come into China because they don't want them to bring the coronavirus to China. So I have like friends that are still stuck in the United States. They can't enter China because they waited too long. On March 26th, they canceled all entry visas to China from foreign countries.
We'll bring you part 2 of this interview tomorrow, where Thomas ONeill talks about living in quarantine in China and what he thinks the future will bring post-pandemic.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Temperatures in the 50s for most of the work week. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight is mostly clear with a low of 36 degrees. Tuesday, 80% chance of showers and maybe even a thunderstorm, high of 46 degrees. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low of 26. Wednesday is sunny with a high of 45. And then at night, a 20% chance of snow showers after 3 a.m., partly cloudy, low of 34. Thursday, 40% chance of showers after 3 p.m., mostly cloudy, high of 54 degrees. Thursday night, an 80% chance of showers with a low of 44, and Friday 80% chance of rain mainly before 3 p.m., high of 52. Friday night, a 40% chance of rain, mostly cloudy with a low of 38 degrees. Monoy area girls basketball coach Tom Sheeler stepped down after 6 successful seasons with the Lady Bears. We'll hear from him in sports. And next, the story of hope. We speak with some proud parents who had their baby during this pandemic. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of the following: Nicole Nikki A. Petrushka, 30, of Hazel Township. Services are private. The Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton is handling arrangements. Donna Jean George, 70, of Hazleton. Services are private. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home in Hazleton is assisting the family. You can send condolences at moranfuneralhome.com. And Jose Fernandez, 76, of Freeland. Services are private. The Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home in Hazleton is handling arrangements. For more information, go to conahanfuneralhome.com. Today's social news has been brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. For information, call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.